I'm going to explain how to do the swoosh symbol, and you're going to do it with the word Raiders or word of your choice. But the one thing you want to know is we want to create something that has a tail on it. So I'm going to go ahead and I went to dafont.com and downloaded the font called Cream Cake. You can download any font that you wish that has some sort of a tail. If it doesn't have a tail, I'm going to show you how to do it, because mine does not, but I think it would look good with one. So I'm going to type in Raiders with my type tool. This document is 8.5 by 11, so just grab any normal letter landscape. I'm going to come over here to my selection tool, and I'm going to make this larger so you can see it, and plus it's bigger. Alright, so we have our words here. From here we're going to make this little swoosh down at the bottom. So all we have to do is get our pen tool, and this is going to take some time for you to get used to, but once you understand this, you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to click the pen tool, and you did this with your thumbprint. Click and drag. I'm going to kind of come up here a little, curve it, possibly curve right to there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to switch it to where it's only the fill, and hit escape. Now you can kind of see we could go back through and tweak these after the fact, but one thing I want to do is there's a tool right over here. It's our width tool, and it's kind of hard to it just looks something like that. If I click on it, then I come down to my point, you'll see what I'm doing. It can create that little swoosh symbol, the iconic thing that we see on t-shirts and things. And if I wanted to, I can go back and tweak some of these to make it a little different. Let's say I like that one. I could even move this point, go in here and fine-tune this. Now the main thing is there was not a tail here. If there was a tail, we would want to line up to it. Now if you notice, there is a bump here. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to try to come in fairly close to the end there. Alright, so once I have that, and let's say I like what I see, which I kind of do, I'm going to come in here and we are going to expand this. So Object, Expand Appearance. If you notice, I got rid of that line only when I'm done. Okay, I want to do that. Expand it. On my text, I'm going to right click, Create Outlines, and then from here I have Objects. What Create Outlines does is it creates the text and the shape. You will not be able to edit the text anymore. It is now complete. So what I want to do is here I'm going to go to my Pathfinder tool, and right there it says click to unite. I want to unite these. If you notice what happened, I'm going to undo. You can see all these lines are overlapping. It's taking these shapes and combining them together. Then I'm also going to do that holding Shift, selecting my new shape that I just created, my swoosh, unite also. Now if you notice right here, it created this all one shape. Now what I want to do is smooth this out. If you know anything about what you've been doing with the pen tool, I can go to my direct selection tool, and now you notice there's some points right here. If I click on these, there's a bunch of points. I want to get rid of one of these, so I'm going to hit minus, and if you notice, that smoothed it out. That's all I need, folks. So we look at that, we have a nice swoosh. The downside is once you make this an outline, you cannot edit it again. You can't go back and tweak it, so make sure it's perfect before you start going. And we have that. Now one thing from here I want to do is let's go ahead, I know it's not our colors, but I'm going to go ahead and pick a different color. Actually, let's do this. Let's copy it first. What I'm doing is I'm option clicking. Okay, held the option button and clicked. I'm going to move this off a little bit. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to option click this one, drag it up some. Okay, once I drag it up, I have this shape and this. I have two shapes. And we're going to use another tool called the blend tool. I'm going to highlight both of these. And we'll go to my blend right here. Okay, what I want to do is I want to click Option, click. Okay, when I hit the blend tool and hit Option, click, it comes up smooth steps, smooth color, smooth this. I'm going to do steps. Basically, it's taking the two shapes that I have selected, and I want to specify how many steps I have. I'm just going to go, I don't know, pick a big number, 50. When we do that, what I want to do, I click both my shapes. Now what happened is it created 50 of those shapes in between. You can kind of see it there. Okay, but now it has all these shapes, kind of like a backdrop. Then on this top one, I'm going to go ahead and change it to a different color. Let's go with to some sort of a gray, and I can actually come in here and get some kind of neat effect just like that. That is how you do your swoosh, and that's all I have for you. Save it as a EPS and we are good to go, or a EPS or a JPEG, and then turn it in.